Have you ever wondered who drives India's most advanced scientific projects? Who trains those brilliant scientists and minds behind our nuclear energy, space missions, and cutting edge technologies? We often hear about the big names like IITs, IISers, and AIIMS, but there is one institution that does not get enough spotlight. It's an institution so powerful, yet so secretive. It's shaping India's scientific future, and yet it stays under the radar. That institution is called Homi Bhabha National Institute, or HBNI. This is not your typical university where you can just apply and go through the motion. At HBNI, you work side by side with some of the brightest minds of the country, and you get to work on projects so impactful that they don't even make the headline. HBNI is not just a research institution, it's the backbone of India's scientific strength. And this gets proven when you see the Nature Index ranking, where it's listed at rank 3rd. So the story of HBNI begins with one extraordinary man. Can you imagine? Dr. Homi Bhabha, who is the father of India's nuclear program. After India gained independence, Dr. Bhabha realized that India could never rely on other countries for critical technologies. So he envisioned a self-reliant India, a nation that could lead the world in science. So in 1945, he founded Tata Institute of Fundamental Research (TIFR), and in 1954 he founded what is called Bhabha Atomic Research Center, which turned out to be the backbone of India's nuclear energy, both of which are in Mumbai, and they laid the foundation for India's nuclear journey. This was just the beginning, because fast forward to 2005, the Indian government created HBNI by merging several leading research labs under the Department of Atomic Energy, which is DAE. And here's what makes it stand out. HBNI directly reports to the Prime Minister's office, which is PMO, and this emphasizes its strategic importance for the nation. Now, HBNI is not like other institutions. Instead of having a single campus, it's a network of 17 world-class research centers scattered across India. These labs are not just places to study, they are where India's most cutting-edge research and scientific work happen. Let me introduce you to a few key centers. For example, number 1, very famous Bhabha Atomic Research Center, Mumbai, which work on nuclear reactors, radiation safety, and medical isotopes. Other one is Indira Gandhi Center for Atomic Research, IGCAR, Kalpakkam, and it works mainly on next-generation nuclear reactors and fuel cycle. Similarly, there is also Variable Energy Cyclone Center, VECC, Kolkata, that actively works on nuclear physics, particle accelerators, and radiation technology. Also, we have Raja Ramanna Center for Advanced Technology, RRCAT, Indore, and they actively work on lasers, accelerators, and applied physics. Similarly, Institute of Plasma Research, Gandhinagar, working on fusion energy and plasma physics. Again, we have Tata Institute of Fundamental Research, TIFR, Mumbai, working on theoretical and experimental physics. Now, each of these centers is a world-class laboratory, and the work they do impacts not just India, but the entire world. So how does one even get into this incredible institution? Now, there are 3 ways. For example, if you're in a class 12th student or a dropper, you can get to NICER Bhubaneswar and CEBS. NICER stands for National Institute of Science, Education and Research. CEBS stands for Center of Excellence in Basic Sciences. So how does one even get into this incredible institution? Now, there are 3 main ways. For example, if you're a class 12th student, the way to get into HBNI is by pursuing your undergraduate degree, which is BSc plus MSc, at institutes called National Institute of Science, Education and Research, Bhubaneswar, and Center of Excellence in Basic Sciences, CEBS, Mumbai. But for that, you must crack the highly competitive NEST examinations, because there are only 200 seats at NICER Bhubaneswar, and you get to pursue a 5-year flagship integrated MSc program at NICER and CEBS. And the route after that is by pursuing PhD, postdoctorates, professorships, and other research positions. The second way to get into HBNI is via Department of Atomic Energy Graduate Fellowship Program. After your graduation from college, you can apply for OCES and DGFS scientific positions working on high-end research while pursuing advanced degrees. Third option to get into HBNI is direct PhD program. Via exams like JEST or GATE or CSIR NET, you can directly enter research at nation's highest level at institutions like BARC. At HBNI, you are not just studying science, you're actually working on real national projects that shape the future of India. So what's life like inside HBNI? Your classroom could be a nuclear reactor control room, or for example, a particle accelerator lab, or even a fusion experiment chamber. And the professors here are not just teachers, they are the scientists leading the most classified as well as impactful projects in the country. Now, students at HBNI have contributed to the very famous Pokhran nuclear tests of 1974 and 1998. These were the tests that officially established India as a nuclear state. Now, people working at HBNI have actively contributed to nuclear energy generation, which powers India's future, medical isotopes to fight cancer, and space research that supports ISRO's missions. So it's not just about learning science, you're actually making history by contributing to it. Now, the impact of HBNI is really immense and far-reaching. For example, the scientists of HBNI and their institutes are actively working on energy security, meaning they train to operate India's nuclear reactors. They work on radioisotopes for cancer treatment, contribute to India's nuclear strategy and defense, and all this includes global collaborations with institutes like CERN, NASA, and many more. By the way, if you know what CERN is, let us know in the comments. So HBNI also holds a Nature Index rank 3 in India, which is a testament to its global contribution. With the Department of Atomic Energy's annual budget of roughly 20,000 crore, HBNI stands at the heart of India's scientific progress. But beyond recognition and rankings, what exactly has HBNI given to India and the world? So here are some of its most significant contributions. That includes training the next generation of nuclear scientists via programs like flagship MSc courses, MTech and PhD programs, nuclear fuel cycle research by developing advanced uranium and thorium cycles. But HBNI's story goes even deeper. Its scientists are the invisible hands behind India's most sensitive and strategic projects. Take India's nuclear weapons program, for example. While details remain classified, HBNI trained scientists and labs provide the technical expertise that ensures India's survival in difficult times. So India today maintains an estimated 180 nuclear warheads, which are built on the principle of credible minimum deterrence, which means India has a no first use policy. We're not going to use any nuclear warhead first in any kind of situation. The nuclear triad, which indicates our capability to launch strikes from land, air, and sea, ensures a secure capability. Submarines like INS Arihant and the Agni K series missiles exist, thanks to the decades of research from HBNI's ecosystem. Also, behind the Pokhran nuclear test of 1974 and 98 were teams of scientists nurtured within the HBNI. This is not just science, it's a strategy for securing the whole nation. But secrecy comes with risk. The mysterious death of Homi Bhabha in a plane crash has been linked to possible CIA involvement, raising suspicions that the aim was to sabotage India's nuclear program. Over the years, many nuclear scientists from HBNI have been targeted, with some even disappearing under strange and unexplained circumstances. Many of these cases remain unsolved to this day. Yet, despite the dangers and the constant threat to their safety, these scientists continue their mission. They know that their work is not just for today, but for the future security and advancement of India. Without a nuclear program, India would face heavy energy dependence on imported fossil fuel. National security can also be compromised because lack of a nuclear deterrent against neighbors like China and Pakistan can weaken our defense. Technological setbacks will of course happen because fewer innovations in nuclear medicines, agriculture, and advanced materials will take place. Our global influence will also be reduced, and diplomatic leverage won't be possible without a nuclear capability. Also, the widely successful space programs will face much limitations. In short, India's nuclear programs plays a key role in its energy, security, tech advancements, and global influence. Looking to the future, the HBNI is shaping the next generation of technology. They are actively working on fusion reactors for limitless clean energy, quantum technologies to transform computing and defense, advanced space missions to take India deeper into the cosmos, and biotech and nanotech to revolutionize healthcare, agriculture, and industrial applications. HBNI is more than an institution. It's a community of scientists and innovators crafting India's destiny, positioning our nation at the forefront of global innovation. And all this has never been easy because there are only 9 nations in the whole world with nuclear capabilities, and India is one of them. And all this is possible with consistent efforts of people like you and me. And this needs to be sustained and maintained so that we can level up and do much better things. So India eventually needs more scientists, people passionate about not just science and research, but also encouraging people who are actively working towards the growth of the nation. If you are someone interested in scientific research, then you can check out this channel where we actively talk about research institutions and the impact that it creates. Or if you know someone who is passionate about the same, you can also share this video to them. With that, see you.